Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to you? Am I audible? Okay,
Um,
okay, thank you. So let us wait for some time and then I will start. Okay, good morning once again. I think we can start. So I guess we have done preloading last class and we did not start vertical drain, right? Is the screen visible? Is the screen visible to all? Okay. So today we are going to see about vertical drains. And before also I have discussed about vertical drains little bit. So the preloading technique is likely to be insufficient when used alone in very thick, soft clays or in soils with exceptionally low permeability because an inordinately long period of time will be needed to bring about significant compression. As the length of the drainage path controls the time for consolidation, this should be as short as possible. For this purpose, only a layer of sand called as sand blanket is placed on the top of a site prior to prior to constructing the field. By this provision, any water squeezed from the underlying soil will reach the sand layer and flow fast laterally to the field edge as the permeability of sand is much larger than the underlying soil. So before also I've told you that when the thickness of the clay layer or the soft soil layer is very much more, thickness is more, then only preloading technique is not sufficient and we need to apply vertical drains. Okay, so that is what it is said, and generally sand blanket is laid on the topmost part of the soil so that after the roots are brought above with the help of vertical drain, it is easily squeezed out with the help of sand blanket. Okay, sand blanket is nothing but a thin layer of sand is laid over the top layer of the soil. Now let us see the general principle. Vertical drains are continuous vertical columns of pervious material installed in clayey soil. These drains provide the pathway for the pore water to escape from the consolidating soil by traveling a shorter distance than would be necessary without them. Further, they allow the flow inside the soil to take place along the horizontal, which is the direction of least resistance. Thus, it serves the purpose of collecting and discharging expelled water faster during the process of consolidation. So, installation of vertical drain in conjunction with preloading brings about rapid dissipation of excess pore water pressure, thereby accelerating the primary consolidation. Vertical drains have no direct effect on the rate of secondary compression. So you see, these things already I have discussed that along with preloading, the vertical drain is installed to achieve faster result, and this vertical drain installation does not affect the secondary consolidation directly. You all know that consolidation, basically it is classified as primary and secondary. So once the primary consolidation process is over, then only the secondary process starts. Okay, I will not go into much details about this primary and secondary, just because you know these things already. So if by the installation of vertical drain, the primary consolidation process is accelerated. So it affects directly the primary consolidation. but we know that in secondary consolidation will start only when primary consolidation is over. So ultimately, if primary consolidation is is completed faster, then secondary consolidation will also occur faster. Okay, so that is what. So it indirectly, vertical drains indirectly affect secondary consolidation, but not directly. That is what it is said. So next we see types and construction of vertical drains. Vertical drains are mainly of two columnar types, that is sand drains and prefabricated drains. So basically two classification is there: sand drain, that is made of sand columns are made, and then prefabricated drains. These are generally made of synthetic materials or geosynthetic materials, geomembranes. Okay. Now let us see what is sand drain and how they are installed. And I must say that sand drain is the first type of, the oldest type of vertical drains. Okay. Later on, with the development of technology, this prefabricated drain was made. So sand drains are made by filling a cylindrical hole with sand. If prefabricated drains, also known as wick drains or wicks, and if sand is packed in filter stocking, they are called sand wicks. Okay. So these are very simple. If you go through, you can understand very well. Now, sand drains, they have been widely used over 50 years. So I told you this is the oldest process of vertical drain, or oldest method of installing vertical drain. They range in diameter from 180 to 250 millimeter. The holes required for sand drain installation should be made with least cost. So three methods are there for installation of sand drain. First one is high pressure water jetting, then displacement of natural ground, and then wash boring. Okay, so these are the three process or the methods of installation of sand drains. So generally what is done, a steel pipe, cylindrical in structure, pipe you will know. So that steel pipe is inserted inside the soil, okay, inside the subsurface layer, up to how much depth the consolidation process is to be done. Up to the required depth, the steel pipe is inserted. The pipe is hollow, and that hollow steel pipe is inserted, and inside that mixture of sand and water is inserted. Okay, and after the sand is allowed to settle there in the form of columnar structure, it is in column like structure. Okay, then the steel pipe is withdrawn from the place. Okay, then the steel pipe is withdrawn from the place, and the sand train performs the work of squeezing out the more water. Okay, now there are these methods, that displacement method and boring method. These are the various methods of inserting the pipe. So in some place before boring is done, in some place direct displacement, directly the pipe is inserted with the help of high pressure. Okay, so if you go through this, you will get to know properly. But the method is same. Ultimately, we need to insert the pipe, then we need to put the sand and little bit amount of water so that the sand gets settled inside, and then the pipe is withdrawn and the sand is allowed to stay, and that is the vertical drain or sand drain. Okay, and also while selecting the sand or this coarse grain soil, we can also say, not only sand, coarse grain soil is also taken sometimes, depending on the type of clay that is available, that is there in your site. Okay, so that coarse grain soil or whatever, the soil should be uniformly graded. Okay, every time we make sand drains with the help of this coarse grained soil or sand, we can say the soil should be uniformly graded. Okay, if it is not graded uniformly, the if only suppose bigger structures are more, then it will obstruct the flow of pore waters. Okay, the pore waters will be obstructed, and the water will not be squeezed out ultimately, and there will be other problems. Blockage of pore water will be there, then in some portion water table may rise and some other problems will appear. Okay, so for that we should use uniformly graded soil. Okay, if you go through these paragraphs, you will see, you will understand nicely. Okay, I have just told you the summary. So here you can see a figure. Let me zoom it. So see here, this is the soil layer. Okay, above that the dotted line is shown. You see the dotted line is shown. This is the sand blanket. Okay, it is written. The diagram is not exactly clear though. Sand drainage blanket. Okay, above this soil layer the sand blanket is laid, means a layer of sand is just laid. Okay, because sand is porous, we all know, and it will allow the passage of water easily. That's why. And these vertical columns you are seeing everywhere, the vertical columns you are seeing, these are the vertical drains, or we can say sand drain. Okay, and the trapezoidal portion, you're seeing this one, this trapezoidal portion, this is the extra load or the preload it is applied. And if we put more loads or the extra load, then that is called surcharge, already explained in preloading chapter. Then with the help of probe, the vertical drains are inserted. Probe means that steel column, steel pipe, hollow steel pipe I told you, that is also called, you can also call it as probe. Then the water, these are the arrows showing the movement of water. Okay, pour water. Then in every part the water will flow in this direction or in this direction, whatever, from left to right or either from right to left. Then it will strike the column vertical, strike these vertical drains, and it will some portion of the water will rise up. It will go, it will reach to the sand blanket part, and then because of the load applied, that is because of this preload applied, the water will get squeezed out from the through the sand blanket. Okay, then about boring, everyone of you know what is boring. So the insertion of the steel pipe is also done with the help of wash boring. So you go through, you will understand. The process is same. As I told you, the process is same for sand drain, but only the process how the steel pipe or the probe is inserted, it differs. Okay, next we see prefabricated drains. So Gelman in 1948 was the first to suggest the use of driven cardboard drains to replace sand drains. Now a new technology has come, and what he has done, Gelman, this man, he has used cardboard drains instead of sand drains. Okay, so the size and all is given. Initially the cardboard drain was 100 mm wide and 3 mm thick. This things is given. Okay, so with the help of here also directly we cannot insert the drain, vertical drain or the cardboard drain directly, we cannot insert inside the soil. So for that we need a casing or a mandrel. Here it is called as mandrel. Okay, in sand drain we used a steel pipe or the probe, name was given probe. So in this case also same thing, here it is a mandrel. Okay, so in the figure you see The cross section of mandrel, this dotted portion it is shown. This is the mandrel, and inside this mandrel the vertical drain is inserted. This is your vertical drain. Okay, and in the vertical drain, and this vertical drain is made of cardboard. Okay, and here various pores are made so that the water can move through this, and it is squeezed out. Okay, the dimensions and all are shown. After inserting this vertical drain inside the soil, the mandrel is withdrawn from the place. Okay, and the drain is allowed to stay in the place. Okay, then with further improvement in technology, this cardboard drain was removed, and then came the plastic drains. This is also same, just the drain is made of, vertical drain is made of plastics. Then came geo drains, and nowadays generally geomembranes are used. Okay, in all the places for vertical drains nowadays geomembranes are used. And for your knowledge, it is also written here that sand drains were first used in India. Okay, India was the first to use the sand drain. And geodrains, for geodrains we have few advantages, that is low cost, fast installation, ensure drain continuity, clean site, then lightweight installation equipment, high permeability, negligible soil disturbance. Soil disturbance, you see here in case of geodrains the soil disturbance is very low, but in installation of sand drain the soil in the surrounding the soil disturbance is more. Okay, that's why sand drains is generally, as far as possible, is not preferred nowadays. Okay, so this PDF I will share with you. You all go through. If you have any doubt you can ask. I'm showing you a few images so that the idea is more clear to you. Is the image visible? Can you see the image? Please respond if you are seeing the image or not. Okay, okay, fine. So here you see this is the installation of vertical drain, sand drain. Okay, actually not only vertical drain. So these are the sand drains. Okay, it is installed vertically. Then this portion where blue arrows are shown, this is the sand blanket layer. Okay, above this preload is put. This is the preload. Okay, and if we put more loads in above this preload, that load will be called as surcharge. In this case there is no surcharge. Okay, so the blue arrows, it shows the movement of pore water. It strikes the vertical drain and it rises up. Then the water flows through the sand blanket and is ultimately squeezed out. Fine. This is about sand drains. Okay, now let us see about prefabricated drains. So this is the figure or the picture showing the installation of PVD, that is prefabricated vertical drains, okay, which is also termed as PVD. So here this is the machine or the equipment with the help of which the drain is to be inserted. The geomembrane or whatever kind of drain, vertical drains we are willing to insert, we can put it here. And this white portion you're seeing, it is the mandrel. You see it is written and shown with the help of arrow. Inside this mandrel the vertical drain is inserted. Okay, the vertical drain is rolled here, and from this the drain is inserted inside this mandrel. Now this mandrel is put inside the ground up to the required depth. At the end you see anchor plate is there. Anchor plate means it is there a type of cap like thing. It will hold the drain when it will reach this portion, or the required depth when it will reach. Okay, it will hold the drain. So if you see here the mandrel in the second figure, you see the mandrel is inserted inside the soil. Okay, and inside this mandrel the drain is there, vertical drain is there. Okay, after insertion the mandrel is withdrawn. In the third figure you see the mandrel is withdrawn and the vertical drain is allowed to stay. After the mandrel is withdrawn completely, we cut the drain, we separate it from the mandrel. Okay, so like this the process is repeated and required number of vertical drains are installed at required spacing. Then after installation work is over, this is the third image I am showing. After the installation work is over repeatedly, then the site will look something like this. Okay, see these things that are coming out, that are showing, these are the vertical drains that were inserted with the help of this machine. Okay, the site will look something like this. Then for required time it will be kept like this, and then after the required time, or after the required consolidation process is achieved, we can start our construction in the site, or we can start our work in the site. So I hope it is clear to all. Is it clear to everyone? Sumasa, yes ma'am. What about others? Okay, fine. Okay, then I will share this PDF file with you guys via WhatsApp. You go through this. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. And in the ERP portal also, I have uploaded few videos, YouTube videos, where the process of vertical drain installation is shown. Since it is a practical topic, so actually field knowledge is much important. So it will be more clearer if you go through those videos that I have given the link in the portal. Okay, you go through those videos, you see, then you go through the notes, it will be clearer to you. Then after that, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Fine, everyone, with that? And for today, if you have any doubt, you can ask now. No doubt for today? Everything is clear. Okay, then we can conclude our class here for today. So again and again, I'm saying that go through the videos. It will be more clear to you. Okay. Thank you, everyone.